Make Orwell fiction again. Google Docs gets social justice update, autocorrecting to gender neutral and politically correct language. They're going to correct things like changing mailman to mail carrier and chairman to chairperson.
It's just a deep sigh from the bottom of my soul. Changing definition of words. If you thought autocorrect was bad, wait until it's woke autocorrect.
Ugh.
It's like, what you meant to say was, I'm sorry about my privilege. You're like, no, I was just saying best wishes.
It's like, I'm tired.
What the fuck, Google? Yeah.
But they don't even know if there's going to be like an opt-out option.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing. It's not clear if you can opt out of this. Oh God, it's all so creepy. How does it nobody see this? How are we just slipping into this?
I know.
I don't understand. It feels like it's getting so much worse, so much faster. It's just so creepy that it's making these suggestions and predicted speech that it's still training you to think a certain way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And also training you in what is acceptable and what isn't.
Uh-huh.
Acceptable speech, acceptable language, and what is not. Subtly.
Uh-huh.
Like, talk about frog in boiling water.
Yeah.
And people are terrified. They don't want to speak out. Nobody's going to speak out and risk losing their job. I know people who have been spending 5 hours a week on having conversations and how to have conversations about, what your privilege is and bias and all. This is what they're spending hours on at work. Who's going to push back against it if it's your job? It's infected every industry. Every single Fortune 500 company has been infected with this stuff. Our military, it is f***ing crazy.
Yeah.
And if you aren't just going along with it and you're like, what? It's progress. You feel like a crazy person.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but you can't say crazy. You have to say baffling.
That's right. It's truly deeply disturbing. It's so totalitarian in such a subtle way under the guise of
progress. And that's the problem, is that it undermines actual progress.
Yeah.
It's undermining because it's all about power, really. And it is a covert way that it subtly attaches itself to any single value that you hold and exploits that value.
Mhm.
So if your value, for instance, in the Western world is freedom, it's going to attach itself to freedom, pretend that it's upholding freedom while it really seeks to minimize and limit it.